Like many women around the world, I have admired your business. I've been inspired by your feminism, and I have felt great wearing a wrap dress. Diane von Furstenberg, thank you so much for joining us at Bloomberg House in Davos.
Thank you, thank you. It's a little cold, but we're equipped.
We'll get through this, yes. So here at Bloomberg House in Davos, we've been talking a lot about the year ahead, and there seems to be a dichotomy. There are people who are still holding on to the Davos ideals of equality and globalization and free trade, but then there are people who are adjusting to a new reality. And as we look ahead to this year, I want to know, what are you most hopeful about?
Wow, I mean, you know, it feels a little bit like we are living a reality show, and every minute something is unexpected is happening. But I do have faith. I mean, I have faith in individual people and in strength. And maybe, you know, maybe some things needed to be broken. And, you know, and we lived, I mean, I grew up, you know, with global and no borders. And yeah. I grew up in Europe. So when Europe was created, I mean, that was an amazing thing. When the Berlin Wall came down, I wanted to see it. So I am one of these people. And so maybe we needed an adjustment. I don't know. But all I wish all of you for the year is strength, kindness, and agility. I think we're all going to need agility to adapt to what the world is going through. And it's going through so many phases. You know, we're beginning the age of Aquarius. We've waited for this age of Aquarius forever. So let's see what happens.
Well, one of the big issues around the world this year is immigration.
Yes.
You came to America as a young immigrant with
yes.
a suitcase full of dresses,
yes.
and in many ways you embody, you know, you are this,
well, I lived the American dream.
You lived the American dream.
I mean,
yes.
I did not really come. I was immigrating, but I mean, I wasn't really a refugee.
Right.
You know, but my parents were refugees when they went to Belgium. So, and I remember my father always say, you have to be kind to refugees, you know. So immigration is really the essence of America. I mean, for 10 years, I was the godmother of the Statue of Liberty. I helped them to make the Museum of the Statue of Liberty, so I learned everything about that. So America is a country that has welcomed generations and generations of people from all over the world who made America. So now, I'm sure that, you know, there's been a lot of trafficking also, you know, yes. People take advantage. So it's not, so I'm sure it needed correction, and hopefully it will need correction in the kindest way, but immigration will always happen.
Are you worried, or should we be worried about the impact of a real crackdown on immigration? You know, I wonder, what could it mean for the creative industries, for example?
You know, creative is creative, you know, and also you have to understand, we live in the age of, I mean, you know, since this century, we have internet. I mean, I remember back in the 80s reading the book about the future, and they said, you know, you'll be able to take a picture, and that picture, you could send it to all kinds of places, and it seems so crazy. I mean, I now talk, I mean, you know, we all will have artificial intelligence as friends, as companion, as, you know, so, you know, inventions, and it's scary, but also it will change things. So I think the most important thing is us as individuals to be as true to ourselves as we possibly can, so that we are equipped and we do the best we can. It's a very interesting moment, to say the least.
There is a new documentary on your life called Woman in Charge, and it is a fantastic documentary, very intimate, very personal. And in the documentary, Hillary Clinton speaks about you, and she says you were the first woman to shatter the glass ceiling in business.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if that's true.
Well, you started your business at a time when women weren't allowed to get a bank business loan without an accompanying signature of a male relative.
Yeah.
You took a lot of risks. What advice do you have for women who want to start
You don't
now?
realize when you start, you have little to lose.
Yeah.
I think, and you invent yourself every day, and there's no such thing like, oh, I'm successful and I stay successful. You're successful, then you have setback. And so that's why agility is so important. And that's why you need to be strong within yourself.
Setbacks, you've had many and you're very candid about it. When you've had setbacks, how have you changed despondency into motivation?
My mother survived the concentration camp when she was 21. So, whenever I have to stay in line and I complain, I'm thinking of my mother, and that puts everything into perspective, So she taught me two things. Fear is not an option, and never be a victim.
And we have to talk about the wrap dress. We are now marking 51 years of this iconic garment.
Yes.
What is it about this dress that has endured through generations?
Well, I created this dress, but really this dress created me.
Yes, it
because
did.
without the dress, I wouldn't be, successful. So I don't know. It was a very simple dress that came at a very special time. That wasn't very expensive, but that was very good fabric. And I went around selling that dress, and it became a huge success. And because it was a dress, the success made me confident, and I made other millions of women confident with the dress. So from the very beginning, it was the dialogue with women.
Yes.
And what I learned, it's like, and I was always telling the truth, which sometimes was provocative, but you can never go wrong by saying the truth.
Confidence, that's really what women talk about. Earlier today, somebody came up to you and said, when I wear this dress, I feel confident. And I think it allowed women to embrace their feminine side, but yet feel powerful. You could wear a DVF dress to work instead of a pantsuit.
Somebody said, it's the dress that you can get a man, you can get a man and his mother doesn't mind. So it's sexy and proper at the same time.
Exactly. Is there anybody, a young fashion designer now, who's sort of doing the same thing for women? Is there anyone who's caught your eye?
There are many of them. There's a lot of people that,
Excellent. Diane von Furstenberg, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.